SIGMAR HELDENHAMMER, meaning Hammer of the Goblins in Old Reichsspiel, born as Sigmar Unbrogen, is the eternal patron god of the cult of Sigmar and the Empire, as well as its founder and principal war god. Born over 2,500 years ago to the Unbrogen tribe, his coming having been heralded by the twin-tailed comet, Sigmar alone of the chieftains of the 12 tribes was possessed of a singular drive to put an end to the bloody tribal conflict that had riven his people apart. This was not a thing to be taken lightly, for the Thuringians and Teutogens raided the northern borders of the Unbrogens, the Merogans their southern settlements. The Jutones and the Endals warred with each other over land, and the Norsi made prey of all men. All the while, the Greenskins ravaged humanity from the east, and the Beastmen raided from the forests. Nevertheless, through words and deeds, Sigmar brought the tribes together while casting aside those who defied him, and then, with hammer and fury, drove the enemies of mankind from his homeland. After Sigmar had completed the unification, he was coronated as emperor by the Jarl Ulrich himself, having been a deeply devout Ulrican in mortal life. For 50 years did Sigmar reign over the Empire, a golden age that was just, fair, and prosperous. Yet despite that, many challenges to the Empire's stability were faced and overcome by Sigmar's daring and leadership, the invasions of Norsi barbarians, and even the march of the Lord of the Undead, Nagash himself, whom Sigmar defeated in single combat at the gates of Reichdorf. Upon the last year of his rule, and the anniversary of his coronation by the Jarl Ulrich, Sigmar rose up from his throne and left the Empire, heading eastwards towards the World's Edge Mountains. He was accompanied by a great wolf on one flank and a massive boar on the other. His visage was a mask of grim determination. Whatever the truth of these legends, the simple fact remained. The father of the Empire had gone. Within a generation after his passing, the people of his empire clamoured around a wild-eyed friar named Johann Hellstrom, who proclaimed that he had borne witness to a vision of Ulrich himself, placing the crown of godhood upon Sigmar's brow and elevating him to join the company of the divine. Thus was born the cult of Sigmar, men claiming that their lord had not fallen in the east, but had ascended boldly to rule the heavens. A new god, one born of mortal origins, but destined to protect his people so long as his empire stood. 2 millennium hence, the cult of Sigmar has become the most widespread and most powerful faith in all the empire, rivaled only by the ancient cult of Ulrich, and even then, only in the north. He is said to constantly battle the dark gods, working to stem their malignant influence from infecting the realm of men. The souls of his worshippers martyred in battle against the Northmen make their way to his side to aid him in his holy struggle. In Sigmar's divine, all-seeing wisdom, he sees the need for strength from his followers, not only of sinew, but of will and of faith. Unholy threats assail his nation, both from within and from without, and thus he channels his might into his mortal champions, the mighty Sigmarite warrior priests. Above all, however, it is faith that serves as the chief weapon of the Empire. Unwavering in their devotion, the warriors of the Empire stand strong against such horrors that would make lesser men go mad with fear. They need only hear the recitation of the verses of the holy Deus Sigmar to drive them in committing unparalleled acts of heroism. Yet now the darkness is gathering, for far to the north a dark lord has risen amongst the Northmen, driving the fur-clad savages of the north to take to their longships with fire and steel. The final battle draws near, and now, more than ever, the Empire will need its faith and the blessings of Sigmar, lest chaos consume the greatest nation of men on earth, and the foul demon gods attain their final victory. Throughout the lands of the Empire, the heirs of Sigmar gird themselves for war, and recount the glorious deeds of their forebears, and they shall meet their foes as they always have, with faith, fire, courage, and steel.